What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the beginning of the new year 2023 and there are tons of new free-to-play games that are going to be released on this year. So in this video we're going to check out 15 of the best upcoming free-to-play games that are going to be released on this year and beyond. So whether you like to play casual games or hardcore multiplayer games, I'm sure you will find some super interesting free-to-play titles in today's video. So without further ado guys, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, at number 15 we have a brand new free-to-play game called Warland. Warland is a free-to-play third-person hack-and-slash action RPG type of a game with a pretty unique graphic style that matches the medieval-inspired settings. And this is going to be an online large-scale multiplayer game where you can play with up to 100 other players, which is insane. And there's going to be large-scale battles with pretty dynamic gameplay. And in order to be victorious, you have to work as a team and keep your defenses up and tactically break into the enemy strongholds and try to destroy their core. And also guys, this game is going to be released very soon on PC, 24th of January to be exact, which is about a couple of weeks time, and that is actually a pretty good news. And they also have mentioned the system requirements on their Steam page, so you need to have some kind of a low to medium end system to play this game, so keep that in mind as well. Next up at number 14 we have a super fun game those who like to play casual racing games, and that is the Kart Rider Drift. Kart Rider Drift is a free-to-play cross-platform arcade racing game with a super unique graphic style and a very fast-paced gameplay. This game is also quite similar to the popular games like Mario Kart, and in this game you can also customize your character as well as your ride to your personal preference, and it's definitely going to be a super fun challenging game, especially with your friends. And talking about playing with friends, this game is also going to be completely free-to-play and also going to be support cross-platform. This include PlayStation as well as Xbox, and also available on Android and iOS as well. And this game is also going to be released on very near future on all platforms, 12th of January to be exact, so that is also pretty good news. And also they have mentioned system requirements of the PC version of this game on their Steam page, so you need to have an i3 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM and some dedicated graphics card to play this game. So moving on, at number 13 we have the BattleBit Remastered, and this is actually a game that has a lot of positive feedback from the community during the playtest time on the last year, and I'm hoping we will be able to play this game very soon in the near future. Anyway guys, if you don't know anything regarding BattleBit Remastered, it's a large-scale massively multiplayer tactical first-person shooter with a very unique low poly graphic style and super fun semi-hardcore gameplay and fully destructible environment. And another key feature of this game is that you can play with up to 254 players on a single server, which honestly blow my mind and something I never seen on any recent first-person shooter games on last 10 years or so. Currently we don't have any information regarding the exact release date of this game, but their Steam page mentioned that this game is going to be released on this year, so that is a pretty good news. And also this game is not going to be any demanding game due to its low poly graphic style, so even if you have a low-end system you can definitely try this game out without any issues. Next up we have a very interesting free-to-play title, and that is the Hype Squad. Hype Squad is an upcoming free-to-play action multiplayer battle royale style of a game, but the gameplay is somewhat different compared to the other battle royale games on the market right now, because the gameplay is emphasis on fast-paced close quarter combat. In this game you will find some range weapon as well, but you have a full arsenal of melee weapons that you can carry up to 2 weapons in a certain given time. It's a 3-man squad 60-player battle royale game and somewhat similar to the games like Rumbleverse, but with much more fast-paced gameplay. Anyway, currently we don't have an exact release date of this game, but hopefully it will be available to play in very near future, and the system requirements are also not that demanding according to their Steam page, but you definitely need to have some dedicated graphics card to play this game. Next up we have another pretty interesting game for those who like to play 5v5 competitive games, and that is the Veiled Experts. Veiled Expert is a free-to-play online third-person multiplayer shooter which was developed and published by Nexon Games. And honestly this game reminds me of another third-person shooter that is available to play right now, and that is the Raw Company. The gameplay of this game is somewhat different to the other 5v5 shooters with more advanced features coming to that all classic search and destroy style game mode. Currently there is a playtest going on right now on their Steam page, especially for the players who live in North America, but right now we don't have an exact release date mentioned on their Steam page, but hopefully it will be available to play in very near future. They also mentioned the system requirements on their Steam page. You need to have a quad-core CPU with some dedicated graphics to play this game. Alright guys, before moving on to the top 10 spot, if you enjoyed this video so far, please make sure to drop a like on this video and also hit the subscribe button and stay tuned if you are a fan of free-to-play games and want to keep updated. Alright guys, let's move on to the number 10 spot. Alright guys, at number 10 we have another super fun first-person shooter that was actually in development for quite some time now, and that is the Exomega. It's an upcoming free-to-play sci-fi first-person shooter, which is actually a game that I previously covered in my channel as well. By looking at the trailer of this game, we can see the game is absolutely stunning, and the gameplay is definitely inspired by the games like Halo Infinite and Titanfall. And according to the developers, the game is going to have certain type of game modes including Battle Royale mode and a large-scale conquest style objective-based game mode. The gameplay is going to be quite action-packed, fast-paced gunplay, including vehicular combat, and also combined with the large-scale, giant, fully customizable mechs. Currently, we don't have much information regarding the release date of this game, but it's definitely going to be available on PC as well as on Xbox platforms. Next up, we have a super interesting game which I actually recently discovered, and that is the Warhaven. Warhaven is an upcoming free-to-play sword fighting action type of a game which is going to be situated in the medieval universe. There was actually a global playtest for this game on last September I think, and unfortunately I haven't had the chance to play it myself, but the gameplay and the graphics just look so polished, and hopefully it will be available to play very soon. This game is going to represent large-scale battles that can play with up to 32 other players, which is going to be 16 versus 16 in 2 teams. The combat style of this game is definitely going to be inspired by the medieval vibe, and it's going to be a lot of sword fighting, bows and arrow, as well as some magic. Anyway, we currently don't have an exact release date of this game mentioned on their Steam page, but definitely keep an eye on this game, and I recommend you guys to add this to a Steam wishlist. Anyway, they also mention the minimum system requirements on their Steam page, and you need to have minimum of 16 gigs of RAM to play this game, so definitely keep that in mind as well. Next up, we have a game called The First Descendant, and it's an upcoming free-to-play third-person action RPG with more like looter-shooter style gameplay. In this game, you play as Descendant, who has unique set of powers and abilities, and your objective is to use them against the invaders and try to protect all the humans. This is a game that you're going to be able to play as a single player or as an online co-op, and the gameplay is definitely inspired by the more popular games like the Destiny 2. Anyway guys, currently we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game, but definitely keep an eye on their Steam page for upcoming playtest as well as for more information. And they also mention the system requirements. They are quite acceptable as an upcoming game in 2023. Next up, we have another upcoming third-person shooter, and that is called the Sync. Sync is going to be an upcoming free-to-play looter-shooter style of a game which focuses more on the team-based aspect as well as rogue-like gameplay. And it's going to be represented in a more futuristic sci-fi universe which include a lot of PvP as well as PvE engagement, which remind me of the games like the Cycle Frontier. Currently, we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game, but right now there is an open beta playtest going on their Steam page. So basically, you can play the game right now for absolutely free. Just go on their Steam page and request access for the playtest and get a hands-on experience even before the game releases. And they also mention the system requirements on their Steam page is somewhat weird compared to the other games, but anyway guys, definitely give it a try during this open beta playtest. Moving on, we have another game that has going through lots of up and downs, and that is the X-Defined. X-Defined is an upcoming free-to-play fast-paced arena-style first-person shooter which is developed and published by Ubisoft. Previously, this game called the Tom Clancy's X-Defined, but somehow they recently removed the Tom Clancy part completely. That is definitely something to do with the player criticism. But anyway guys, this game was actually announced about a year ago, but up until now we don't have much information regarding the release date of this game. But right now there is going through a lot of playtest including PC as well as consoles, so hopefully we will be seeing something interesting in the near future. I honestly couldn't find any information regarding the official minimum system requirements of this game, but anyway, it's going to be available on all major platforms including PlayStation, PC as well as Xbox Series. Alright guys, next up we have another upcoming game from Ubisoft, and that is the Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. The Division Heartland is a free-to-play multiplayer survival action shooter which is set in a fictional rural community in Middle America. In this game you play as a trained Division agent who protecting a small town called Silver Creek, and your main objective is to protect it from enemy factions, rogue agents and deadly contamination. Currently we don't have much information regarding the release date of this game, but they mentioned this game is coming to the PC, Xbox Series as well as PlayStation. Currently you can register for a closed beta test on their website, which I will link it in the description as well. Alright guys, let's move to the next one. Next up, we have a really cool racing/combat game from Gameloft. And I'm honestly pretty excited for this game because racing games, especially free-to-play games, are very hard to come by. This game is called Disney Speedstorm and it's an upcoming free-to-play hero-based combat/racing type of game which is going to catch more of a casual audience. It's a lot more of an arcade racing game which is situated in the Disney universe. So you will find a lot of cool characters like Captain Jack Sparrow, Mickey Mouse and a lot more, which I think is really cool. This game is available to play as a single player, online PvP or even co-op. And it's going to be support cross-platform multiplayer, which means you can play with console players, PC players and also playable on Nintendo Switch. As usual, we don't have much information regarding the release date, but their Steam page mentioned that the game is coming soon in 2023. And they also mentioned the system requirements. You need to have some kind of a medium-end PC with some dedicated graphics to play this game. Alright, next up we have another interesting game, those who like to play zombie survival games, and that is Project Z. Project Z is an upcoming free-to-play first-person zombie co-op shooter set in the World War II universe. In this game, you will be in a secret German island where you can find various type of projects run by Nazi to turn zombies into weapons. This game also got some survival elements to it where you can craft weapons, ammo and other consumables in the hub area that the game given to you. This game is also available to play as a single-player game as well as you can play as a co-op in the campaign or the story mode. Honestly, the graphics looks absolutely amazing, but currently we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game or the system requirements, so definitely keep an eye on their Steam page for more information. Next up at number 2, we have a very interesting upcoming game which is definitely my personal favorite from this list, and that is The Finals. The Finals is an upcoming free-to-play fast-paced first-person shooter with fully destructible environment, and is going to be developed and published by the Embark Studios. And it's possibly one of the most ambitious free-to-play first-person shooter games that I have seen in a while. I honestly can't wait to play this game. In this game, you play as 3-player team, total up to 12 players, and the game has given fully freedom to the players to move around the map, use parkour to your advantage, and use the fully destructible environment. And just by looking at the gameplay, it definitely has that Battlefield vibe when it comes to destructible environment. But currently the game is in very early stage of development, so we don't have much information regarding the release date or the system requirements, so hopefully we will be getting more information in the near future. So definitely keep an eye on their Steam page for more information and definitely add this to your Steam wishlist. Alright guys, at number 1 spot we have another great upcoming game from the Embark Studios, and that is the Ark Raiders. Ark Raiders is an upcoming free-to-play cooperative third-person shooter where you and your squad of raiders have to fight against these mechanized aliens who came to destroy the Earth. It sounds cool and the graphics looks absolutely stunning and definitely give that vibe of that Star Wars Battlefront games, and the gameplay is going to be filled with intense firefights. It's an online co-op game with more sci-fi futuristic settings, but currently we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game. But according to their Steam page, the game is going to be released sometime in 2023. So hopefully you'll be getting more information in the near future. So definitely keep an eye on this game as well, and I highly recommend you guys to add this to your Steam wishlist for more information. Well, that's pretty much it for this video guys. I hope you guys find some great information regarding the best upcoming free-to-play games that everyone should be excited about, and let me know down below in the comment section which games are going to be your favorite from this list. So if you enjoyed this video so far, please make sure to drop a like on this video and also hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more free-to-play games content like this. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay safe.